Hello and welcome back to Political Empire. I'm your host, Jeff Horseman, for the Press Enterprise and PE.com. And in today's edition, we're going to be talking about kind of an unusual alliance, at least in a historical sense, between two England congressmen. And then we're going to be talking about people who hope to become a state senator in a local district. So first, Congressman Ken Calvert of Corona and Mark Takano of Riverside are joining together on a House resolution which would designate the memorial at March Field Air Museum as the Distinguished Flying Cross National Memorial. The measure is among the first efforts from Calvert and Takano, who a mere 22 years ago were flinging mud in one of the most bitter campaigns in Riverside County history. Calvert, a Republican, and Takano, a Democrat, are teaming up on another resolution which would change Department of Veterans Affairs procedures for reimbursing students who are veterans and attending community colleges. Now we're going to be talking about the 32nd State Senate District. This is a district that was previously represented by Gloria Negrete McLeod. She got elected to Congress, so she resigned the seat, and now we have some candidates who are looking to take her place. And here to talk about them is our Sacramento reporter, Jim Miller. So, Jim, can you run down the list of who wants to run for this seat?
Sure thing. The list of candidates was just certified the other day. And so what we have now is 4 Democrats and 2 Republicans running for this, for the 32nd. We have Paul Vincent Avila, who's a member of the Ontario City Council. He's a Democrat. The other 3 Democrats are Joanne Gilbert, who's a member of the Rialto School Board and a retired teacher. Norma Torres, of course, who's a member of the State Assembly from the 52nd Assembly District, and Larry Walker, who's the San Bernardino County Auditor Controller. The 2 Republicans are Kenny Coble, who's a planning commissioner and businessman in Pomona, and Paul Leone, who's the mayor of Ontario, which is among the biggest, if not the biggest, city in the 32nd Senate District.
Okay, now do you see any favorites among this field in terms of fundraising or name recognition, or just any favorites in general to win the seat?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. The couple things. I mean, the registration leans strongly toward Democrats. The other thing, though, is the turnout is going to be very low in the special election, the special primary elections in March. And then, if necessary, the runoff will be in May. There'll be a runoff if no candidate in March gets more than 50% of the vote. And with 6 candidates on the ballot in March, it's unlikely that anybody's going to get 50% plus 1. That said, I mean, Assemblywoman Torres, is in Sacramento. She's been in office for a few years. She's known that way. On the other hand, she's from the far western end of the 32nd. Mr. Walker, he's been a county elected official for a long time, but he's maybe not as well known in Sacramento. And on the Republican side, just jumping real quick to the other side, I mean, the mayor of Ontario, Mr. Leone, is pretty well known, but will he be able to overcome the registration? And then, I mean, lastly, I just point out that we do have the top 2 rules, and is this going to be a Democrat versus Democrat race in May, or is there a chance for Democrat versus Republican? And the fact that there are 2 Republicans on the ballot in March, that might split up the vote somewhat, so that increases the odds of Democrat versus Democrat.
All right. Now, remind me again whoever wins, how long will they serve, and what territory does the district generally cover?
Right. Well, the 32nd extends from Pomona through San Bernardino to pretty well all the way through San Bernardino. This was a district drawn in 2001, and whoever wins will serve out the 4-year term that expires in 2014. So once that happens, though, they will run for re-election in the new 20th Senate District, which is pretty similar to the 32nd, except it includes all of Chino and much less of San Bernardino. So it can be a little confusing for people trying to keep track at home.
Indeed. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate your insight, and thank you for watching Political Empire. See you next time.